What if there's nothing wrong with you? What if you just spent so much time preparing for worst case scenario that success just doesn't fit in your story? Kintsugi, I talk about it all the time, is the Japanese art of fixing broken pottery with gold lacquer. And the symbolism behind it is to celebrate the cracks that life is intended to bring. What makes the object unique from its original form is how it fell apart. It's those cracks that make it one of a kind. And what if we've had it wrong this entire time? What if when life happens, according to Tony Robbins, it actually happens for us and not to us? What if there's a wisdom that we're supposed to glean from that situation that wouldn't have happened otherwise? What if there's something that we're working towards that, believe it or not, as disconnected and insignificant as it may seem, this situation will help get us there if we're willing to hurdle the hurdle? I remember, I think it was my first time performing downtown with my band at the time. Maybe my second. This was like 2017, 2018 maybe. And I had just come in to open the bar, and there was a hotel guest who had just started a label with his partner, friend, whatever. And he gave me his card, and they had plans that day. They like some big meeting, and then of course they had like New Year's Eve plans. And in case I didn't say it, this was New Year's Eve, and we exchanged words. He was super nice, and like, hey, blah blah blah. I think I mentioned it. I try really hard not to do that, or until now, I've tried really hard not to do that. I'm a very big believer in being in the moment and being present, and being altruistic about it and adding to it and never taking away. I don't know if I said that or not. I've recorded this a few times now, and I may have mentioned that I was in a band, but like I didn't want to like put him on the spot or anything like that. And but I distinctly remember the impression of, hey, reach out to me and we'll talk. Awesome, very cool. And I think I told him, obviously, if he gets back in time, he'll catch the show. If not, Happy New Year, whatever. Do you know I never called him? I never called him. I never called. Here's why. At least why I think this happened, because this was, 8 years ago? 7 years ago? I grew up hearing life sucks and there's nothing you can do about it. Life sucks and then you die. And so many different variations of that. I also heard I'm perfect just the way that I am. There's nothing wrong with me. The world is my oyster. I can do anything it is that I want to do. Don't ever let anyone tell me otherwise. And it's gotten me pretty far. However, that other stuff, I carried that with me too. And once I started, my journey of unlearning, like toxic behaviors and traits, I just noticed all these little things. And one of them was how many times I just didn't put the effort in. I didn't swing. I missed 100% because I never took a swing, because I was convinced that it was too easy. And I think, again, it was so long ago, I could be wrong, but I think I just remember thinking there's no way. And I also think this was very subconscious. This definitely wasn't in the forefront of my thoughts, but I distinctly remember getting the impression that it would have been too easy. Doesn't matter. I should have called. And that's the point. How many situations do you walk into where you're just so downtrodden, you're just so defeated of all the battles that you lost in your head, not in real life, but in your head, that you just don't foresee it going well for you? How accurate is that? Now, the bad news is you're the problem. The good news is you're the problem. You have full control over you. You have full control over your thoughts. For example, one of the first things, you are not your thoughts. You are who is listening to your thoughts or who is perceiving your thoughts, whatever it is. There's a phrase, but I've recorded this so many times, I'm trying to just barrel through. You decide. If you are convinced this isn't going to go well, no matter how hard I try, odds are it's not going to go well, no matter how hard you try. However, you miss 100% of the swings that you don't take. And I decided a long time ago that I was going to swing as often as I could because I didn't want to miss. And even in that, I still missed so much. I'm piecing together. But I'm still here. Miles to go before I sleep. My grandmother just turned 100. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. She's not going anywhere anytime soon. My great-grandmother, same thing. My grandfather, on my father's side, he was 96 when he died. My grandmother, I think she was really young. My paternal grandmother. Well, I don't even think she was 80, or maybe she was 80. I was a kid. I'm going to be here for a long time. And say you're 25 and you're convinced that nothing's going to be the same. It's never going to go well. Say you live to be 100. That's 75 years. Do you realize that you're deciding at 25 how the next 75 years are going to go for you? That's what we're discussing right now. That's the context of the situation. This isn't drama. This is reality. This is what we're discussing. And if you've decided right now that it's not going to go well for you, it's not going to go well for you. What if you decide differently? What if you feel like you're so ready for a relationship, but you haven't done any introspection? What are your triggers? What's your love language? Not the popular ones, or what the books or the experts say. What's your love language? How do you communicate love? What's your conflict language? When you're pissed off, when you're angry, when you're in a bad mood, how do you fight? Do you fight dirty? Do you go for the jugular? Can you talk? Do you shut down? How is that going to go for the other person? If you got what you wanted today, you hear a knock on the door and it shows up. Whatever it is. The job, the partner, the house, the car, the life, the promotion. If you got it, how would you today? Like endgame, you're 60 and you made it, but in order to make it, it shows up today. How do you handle that? How does that go for you? Are you ready? Do you know what that's going to be like? I tell people all the time, one of the first things I say is careful what you wish for. Because if you get it, if you fumble, talk about things that are really difficult to live down. So far, so good for me. But that's the mindset that I've been going into things for a long time with. And so that's helped me along. Unpacking boxes, getting to the nitty-gritty, getting to the bottom of things. Again, careful what you wish for, because it's so different now. Like, the landscape is so different in a good way, in a really good way. But I've never appreciated chess before, but I do now. Final thoughts. What if it's a lot easier than you think it is? Easier. Meaning, what if it's you? What if it's your thinking? Oh, I think I started an analogy and then I didn't go with it. What if you're 25 and the relationship of your dreams shows up? Are you ready for that? Are you ready for how that's going to go? Do you feel like you're worthy? Because I remember my first relationship, I was so ready. And I remember one of my friends at the time had said, it There's one. The phrase was, "You're as ready as you're more ready than anyone who's never been in a relationship that I've ever seen," or something like that. Which I really appreciated. I wasn't ready. I was not ready. I wasn't even close. I was a mess. There were so many things that I contributed to that I didn't realize that I was contributing to. And if I had known beforehand, I would have prepared for it, especially considering I'm so sensitive with that stuff anyway. I hate making people feel uncomfortable. I feel like a lot of people are comfortable making people feel uncomfortable, and I've had to deal with that several times, and I never want to do that. It's so offensive to me. It leaves the worst taste in my mouth, and I never want to do that to anybody else. So I work really hard to not do that to anybody else. So I lost my train of thought there, but relationships. I wasn't prepared. I had so much work to do, and I didn't know it. And that's okay if you don't, because a lot of times, how are you going to know what you don't know? How do you know? How do you know what you don't know? You're not going to know until you know that you don't know. And there's nothing wrong with that. How do you proceed from there? Are you just throwing in the towel and that's it and it's a wrap? Or is it okay, back to the drawing board? How can we still maximize whatever potential is left of this situation? That's how I operate now. If you're ambitious, if you have goals, if you have things that you want, that's a part of it. Tenacity, courage, which is just courage boils down to being afraid or having doubts or having concerns or having fears or not being 100% and doing it anyway. That's all it is. And can you play the long game? Can you keep going? I feel like this is all over the place. I don't know if any of this makes sense. I'm going to read it back. I'm going to listen to it back. If it does, I'll post it. If not, we'll see what we can do. But in the event that I do, take what works and leave what doesn't. I'm becoming an expert in myself, which is what I'm required to become an expert in if I want the life that I want to live. And again, miles to go. I still make mistakes every single day, but I don't berate myself anymore. I don't judge myself. I'm not buried under shame the way that I used to be. And it's because I just listened. I started listening to me. What do I need? Not what society says, not what my family says, not what my friends say. What do I need? How does my brain work? How do I operate? How do I maximize all of that to have it work in my favor to get